Hey, it's a brand new day here on GilliamFarms, and I was just in the house. I was on a live with some really good friends of ours on a YouTube Live, and I got a notification that something has arrived. So let's go up here and get it. Hopefully it's here. I mean, whenever you get a notification that something has delivered, you just hope for the best, I guess, that it actually is here. So, well, that's different, because normally whenever I come up here, they don't put it over the gate. They usually just leave it out there where anybody could pick it up off the road. I guess they thought this was good enough to not do that with. So anyway, hey, it's a brand new day on GilliamFarms, and I am Johnny. And today starts something that I think a few of you have been looking forward to. I'm going to try to get this video out ahead of the event so that you can see it. But anyway, today is the day that I get the GTO ready to go to the races this weekend. So we're going to Arkansas City, Kansas. So come up and check it out if you're, in the area or something like that. But we're going to Mid-America Dragway. Be there. The main race will be Saturday. I'm just going to say show up Saturday. That'd be a good time. Okay, one of the steps that I normally have to do in order to get these tires off is I normally have to drop the shocks. I have to take the bottom bolt out of the shocks so that the rear end can come down. But I forgot just a few days ago we moved the lower bars down, and whenever we did that, that allowed the rear end to come down farther. So I think we're going to be able to snake it out of here. I'm going to try. So if we can't, we can always take the shocks loose. So let's see if we can get this to come out. Some long old lug nuts.
This is a 12-inch wide wheel, folks. That's just the wheel, not the tire. The tire is not as wide. The tire is 10 and a half inches wide. Uh-oh. Since these are so long, I have to only engage it a little bit.
All right. See if we can get this off. Yep. Got it off. Okay, I want to show you something. See these right here? These are what they call the wear holes. Okay? So whenever those are gone, your tire's gone. And these actually look very, very good. And the tire is actually still somewhat pliable. I can still use these tires sometime in the future, or I can sell them. But this weekend, I don't want to have any issues. And these tires are, at this point, they're about 3 years old. So typically slicks are good for a couple of years before they start hardening up to the point where they cause grip issues. So I'm replacing them. Alright, so the bars that I was talking about moving are right there. So we moved those bars and we moved them down a hole, and that allowed the rear end to come down some. So another thing I want to show you is this is an aluminum brake drum. Got a little cobwebs going on there because the car don't get out much. This is an aluminum brake drum off of like a 87 Grand Prix or a G-body. So it's got aluminum brake drums. On the front, it's got racing front disc brakes. It's got, I can't remember, strange brakes. But anyway, it's got AFCO shocks all the way around. And it's got the old veneerable 12-bolt rear end. That link right there, that is an anti-roll bar. It's got aluminum drive shaft in it. Pretty cool stuff. So anyway, let me get up to the front and start taking the belt off. Alright, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have to take this belt off right here, because this belt that I'm replacing is behind that belt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that loose, loosen it up, pull that belt off, and pull the other belt off so I can take it in and match it up. So let me get started doing that. Okay, what I'm going to try to do is get you down here to where you can see actually what I'm doing. I don't know if this is working or not, but there is a bolt right there. Okay, got it loose. See if I can put another little turn on it. Probably all you see is my hand, and that's not my intention. My intention is for you to see what I'm doing here. Just let me let you know, folks, that anything I do is going to be hard. It's always hard. Got that loose. Let me loosen up this top bolt here. If I can. Put some stroke on it. Apparently we really put some stroke on this bolt right here and didn't want it to move. So let me see if I can make a cheater wrench. Got it. All right. That is now loose. You see that belt is already loosened up. So hopefully I can get that back tight. There we go. Moved it quite a lot that time. Still on there. Now we've loosened it all the way. All right, that belt is off. Now let's take this one off. All right, that belt is off. And this is the one we have to replace. Now I'm going to have to caveat this a little bit. The last time before that I went racing, this is the belt that was on the car. So it flipped at that time. Well, we tried to save it by flipping it back over and putting it back on, but that didn't work. See, we tried to do that. We tried to just put it back on like that. And once a belt flips, it usually gets memory. And it got memory, and it's no good. So I've got to go get a new belt. Okay, folks, I want to show you something real quick. I didn't go anywhere. I just started looking around the shop, and I found this belt, brand new in a package. So it's slightly wider than the belt I had on. Maybe that'll help it grab and stay. So let's see if this will go on there. Pretty tight. There it went. Okay, that belt went on. All right. We might be in luck, but I am going to buy another belt before we go, because having a belt throw and putting you out for the weekend just doesn't sound like my idea of fun. So let me tighten that up. Okay. That's the easy one to deal with. The other one's hard. Alright, I've got both belts on and tight. So, yeah, let's go put tires on. And this wouldn't be complete without a good old, that ain't going nowhere. Yep, just like every guy says, that ain't going nowhere till it does. Let's go get some tires switched to the new tires up there in front of them. All deflated, no rim. And because you knew I was going to see the cattle today, here's the 21 heifer, and there is Gordon. So I gave him a little snack, and all the rest of the cattle are over there, over and back. So anyway, I'm going to go check on them. And just because you knew, yeah, surrounded again. Absolutely surrounded. Oh God. Time to get out of here. Alrighty, all mounted up. That's the tire that come off of it. And that's the new tire. See the stickers on there? Yep, they'll be on there when we roll up the line. Anyway, alright. Teaser type stuff right here. Yep. Blown alcohol injection. Alright, now the plan is to make these, which are 29.5, 10.5, 15s. Go back on that. So it looks kind of silly without anything on it right now. Anyway, let's get started. See if we can get this back up underneath here. Alright, thing's gonna go. Alright. Now, if you'll notice, this has two different sets of lug patterns. One is for small Ford pattern, for a small Ford car, that'd be Mustangs and stuff like that. And the other one is for GM car. So that would be everything GM. Oh, also a small Mopar, it would fit small Mopar, which is Dodge. So anyway, so the one we got to fit is this one right here, because you can see the witness marks all around the wheel where the lug nuts have been. It's like I need to turn it just slightly here to get that to happen. I think right there is it. Yep, that's it. So there they are. And I will probably time lapse this stuff because you guys have seen lug nuts go on before. Alright, there's one. Alright folks, let's lower it down and take a look at what it looks like. First I've got to take his jack stands out. Let's see what this thing looks like on the ground. As low as this will go. All right. That's what she looks like with new skins on her. And yep, just like I said, Sean from Let's Trade Paint, I'll roll into the box with them stickers right there on it. So it is what it is. Yep. Gotta be all legal beagle here. Yep. Making that sticker look ugly. All right. And for the folks that don't know, this is the electrical off on. It's in case you have a rollover or something, or all of a sudden you have a battery, a wire that starts catching on fire, electrical fire or something like that. This disconnects the battery, which the battery is mounted right there. It disconnects the battery from the rest of the electrical system. So if you've got your dash up here on fire, you flip that, there's no more power goes up there, so you can put it out. So anyway, yep, got the insurance card, got the new tag, we're all good to go. And because it is pretty Spartan in here, I'm going to vacuum it out. I mean, we did a lot of rewiring and stuff like that recently, so there's a lot of wire sheathing and stuff like that. So I'm going to get that out. Get this stuff right here. Okay, folks, this is my cockpit. This is where I sit. In here. Pretty Spartan. We took the gauges out because the gauges weren't working. It used to be where the radio went, and I need to put a probably a switch panel in here. This is the factory dash that the car came with. I've got my water temperature, oil pressure, tack, the entire, you can probably see it back through there. This has a grid ignition system. Those are the factory door panels. This is the factory glass. That's the rear view mirror, etc., etc. So the car is, you know, windows roll up and down, everything. It's not full blown race. It's more like a street car with a pretty decent engine in it. So anyway, I think it's about almost ready to start. I'm going to go up and check some fluids up front, so let me do that. All right, let's check the water on this thing. I can see it down there, but I can't feel it, so I'm going to put a little bit of water in it. I've got a little bit of distilled water here. Put in it, and probably after this race we will switch it over to there it goes, filling it everywhere. We'll switch it over to antifreeze, but we don't run antifreeze in them whenever we're drag racing, because antifreeze, if you have an antifreeze leak on the track, it's extremely hard to clean up. It's harder to get antifreeze up than it is to get oil up, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So, you know, it's a big no-no to run antifreeze. All Alright, got that on there. Alright, there's the carburetor. It's a Dominator carburetor. And let me shorten this down for you a little bit. That's a Dominator carburetor. It's a 1250 Dominator. So it's 1250 CFM. So it's not like your run-of-the-mill little carburetor. It took something like that to get over 900 naturally aspirated horsepower out of this thing. So a lot of work in that intake manifold and heads to get to that too. Alright, what I have done, I've got a catch can down here and I have opened this up, but nothing's coming out of it. But I can see that there's fluid in here. I don't know if this will work, but it's a zip tie and they tend to be fairly stiff. So let me see if I can get this to go through here. Getting some water. Alright, getting some water. Alright, there we go. That's the overflow for the radiator, so I'm just kind of letting that water out. And it's vented up here at the top, so I don't want to carry too much water in it. And right here there's a little, just a little lever, and you just turn that and it shuts it. So that's shut. Alright, now on to the next thing. Alright, the next thing is this Moroso catch can for oil, and I've got a catch container down there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see. Alright, nothing in there. Alright folks, I think we're at the point where it's time to start it. I have disconnected the battery charger and put the battery cable back on. I'm going to flip the switch to get power to the car. I have not started it. It has not been started since I raced it back in, I think it was early June or something like that. So it has not been started. So let's see if I can get any of the pumps and stuff to work like that to work. I believe I see the dome light on in it. Yep. Alright, let's see if the fuel comes on. Alright, that gauge right up there, you see the fuel pumping up. Okay. Alright, the fan and the water pump are working. Okay. Let's see if we can get this, get a little bit of gas. You'll see it come out of those squirters up there. Right up there. Alright. I'll turn that off for a minute, because I like to hear it whenever it's trying to start. So let's see if it'll start. Make sure it's in park. Yep. Like I said, it hadn't started in a while, folks. folks, I think it's ready. I'm going to load it up, get ready to go. Hey, if you like this video of me getting the car ready and all that stuff, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll continue to bring more content like this in the future. But as I said, we will be at Mid-America Dragway this weekend in Arkansas City, Kansas. So if you'd like to meet up or anything like that, come on by, and yeah, we'll be there in the pits. So hopefully we do some good. So anyway, thank you for watching, and God bless everyone.